Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pro Antagonist channel. We're going to be doing another tier list on this channel for characters in anime. This is going to be a seasonal sort of anime tier list. We're going to be doing Spy X Family. I've seen like 20 or so episodes of it. However many are out at this time, I've seen all of them. It's going to be kind of interesting because I'm going to have a hard time with some of these characters' names because one, I just sort of know them by their look, and two, I'm not invested in all of them, just to be quite frank. But yeah, we're gonna start this off. We're gonna be doing a lot more content in the near future. We're starting to get things moving along more on this channel. Hope you guys stick around for that. Today we're gonna start off with this guy, who's a great example of a character whose name I cannot remember. I think he's alright. He's kind of like a scruffy looking, not like particularly super attractive spy informant dude. Lloyd goes to him for a lot of stuff. Spy X Family style. I'm not going to say he's great. I'll probably put him in C tier because, I mean, his character doesn't really have a ton of depth. I feel like there's a lot of other characters on a lot of other shows similar to him who do it a lot better, so I'll just do that. We got Headmaster Dude, very elegant. Um, he's very obsessed with elegance. It's kind of funny. I'll put him in B tier because he's quite humorous and also kind of cool. We have Damien's little follower guys. I'll put them in B tier because they're loyal mad lads, but also kind of boring in kind of a sense. Spy X Family is not known for these two characters. They're known for some of these other characters later on. We got this really big, massive kid who's apparently the age of Anya and Damien in school, and he does the volleyball, and it's really strange because he just destroys people. But this is actually, I remember Damien having a really great character arc to do with this guy, so I'm saying sort of like C tier because he's probably not terrible, but there's that. You got this guy, the Morning Sun. He's like the opposite of the main character Lloyd. He's known as Twilight Lloyd, and this guy is sort of the opposite of him. He's sort of a Morning Sun type of dude, if I remember correct. He's like the opposite of Twilight, so he's not really cool. He's not amazing at being a spy, but he gets an A for effort because he's hilarious. I think his character, that little bit of it I saw in season 2 so far, hilarious. We got this gloomy kid. I think his last name is like Gloom something. He's the son of a pharmaceutical dude who his company was going under, got bought out or something, and he was trying to get Damien expelled just because he's an asshole. But so he goes in D tier for me. I would say that though Damien, he did quite a few nice things for this kid, and this kid wasn't super apologetic when it turned out that all of the nice things were kind of in vain. Not an amazing character, not an abysmal character. I guess I could put him in. C tier. He's not bad. Maybe like I don't think any of these characters are particularly like a D tier character. Like, oh, these guys suck, because this doesn't really go through a lot of the minor stuff. But you get this guy Lloyd Forger. Part of my problem with Lloyd is he's very bland, and this is going to be a huge hot take for anyone who likes Spy X Family. This is one of those popular anime of this year by far. And Lloyd Forger, the MC, well, I don't know really if he's the pro tag. I feel like there's sort of a dual fighting protagonist ship between him and Anya. He's not all that like interesting in any way. He's cool, but not like he doesn't have a lot of weird character quirks. He's just kind of like spy dude who's good at being a spy, and he needs to like raise a family. Like it's like an action hero, you know. A lot of action heroes, they don't really have to have a lot of interesting character development or depth. Just really kind of like he's learning the one major lesson, which is that family is important or something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen Spy X Family to its conclusion yet. I've just been watching the anime. I haven't read the manga. But Lloyd Forger, pretty boring, so B tier. Anya, however, S tier. She's hilarious. She's great. She's actually a very interesting character. A lot of weird quirks and personality flaws. A lot of cool things, especially with her power. Um, Everything to do with Anya is usually incredibly enjoyable, adorable, and funny. Just about. I would say there's a few scenes that are kind of annoying, but overall, Anya, excellent character. We've got Yor Forger. She's actually pretty good too. I would put her in A because she's a little bit one note in at times, but she's also pretty interesting. She's got a lot more character depth and flaws as well, and it's very interesting to see her relationship with people, Anya's relationship with people, unlike Lloyd. We've got Dog, and he's actually pretty good Dog. I'd say he's worth an A tier at least. This dog, I don't know if I should say the name of the dog because it'd be a spoiler, but it's the dog. You know, everyone who's watching season 2 knows the dog. There's Yor's brother, who's actually hilarious. This guy is a very anime tropey dude. He's really into his sister in very unhealthy ways, and it's hilarious. It's quite amusing in almost every way, shape, and form. And he gets an S tier because he's honestly one of the best parts of watching this. The guy will eat her food even though her food is absolute garbage and makes him throw up. But he's such a simp for his sister. It's very strange. I don't think anyone should be like this guy, but I think this guy's hilarious. He's such a high, accomplished, capable person, and just like putty in the hands of his sister. It's so funny. It's the dynamic, the power dynamic in this show is probably what makes it the funniest. Here's this guy, and he's kind of like, eh. I mean, I don't know that there's a ton to say, but like, not my favorite character, not really terrible, just kind of eh. Not the best, not the worst. I think he's can't remember his name. Not all that interesting, just kind of there, but not terrible. I don't know. How do I categorize this guy? I'm thinking back of B, maybe top of C. Maybe not even top of C. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to try and distinguish. You know, I'll throw this guy in D tier because I feel like leaving a tier empty is not good. Damien, of course, is an S tier character. Honestly, Damien is probably one of the characters I'm most interested in the entire series. His plot lines and everything are very great, especially the volleyball little battle scene. There was a lot of character development for this guy. He's honestly, to me, one of the most likable characters, and that's very strange. But I think he has a lot more depth and personality than Lloyd. I think he has a lot more depth and personality in some ways than Yor, and he's got a lot more. He's a little bit more like, you know, customary. He's more usual kind of character than Yor. Yor is very particular and very quirky, but Damien, very cool. I like him. I like his interactions with Anya for the most part. There's a lot of bond growing there. I think this is like Anya's classmate Becky. She's alright. Like, nothing great. She is there is one thing. She simps after a person, and that's a spoiler, but it's hilarious as crap. I mean, you don't know about it right away with her character, so I'm going to consider it a spoiler. But I think it's funny. I think it's also weird. And then this is the lady. This is like the handler for a lot of Lloyd's stuff. She gives him like cases and information, crap like that, handed down from whoever boss is. She's kind of cool. Probably one of the more attractive people on this show. Not a whole lot of super attractive people. Not a lot of like, not a lot of like. This isn't the sexy show. This is the wholesome show. So she's about as much as it gets. And I would say that we're gonna go with. I think she's an A tier. Because I feel like there's a lot more to her than has been let on. I feel like there's a lot missing there. Maybe there's a lot from this kid too. I mean, the Gloom kid. There could be a lot from him, but we'll figure that out in the future. All these characters are actually pretty good. Even D tier character isn't abysmal. They're pretty much all of these characters, barring a few, like this guy, not really that into particularly in any way. The volleyball person, sort of a not huge character whatsoever. I don't know why they're really on the list given the other characters, but almost all of these characters have had like a really character defining moment that's made me really like them in some way, shape, or form. Most of them have had character defining moments that have made me kind of dislike them in some way, shape, or form too, so that's pretty fun. Overall, Spy X Family, pretty good show. I'd say it's better than a lot of other shows. I look forward to Spy X Family more than pretty much all the other anime coming out. I did say that back when Aharen-chan or Aharen-san is mysterious or whatever, that was out. I thought that was a better show. That happened to be my favorite anime of the spring, but Spy X Family, quite incredible, quite well written, quite good. Would recommend pretty much 9 out of 10 to everybody. And yeah, that's Materialist. That's my takes. Very hot, very thermal. We'll be back with Thursday Thermal Takes very soon. We'll be back with the Nobody Understands series very soon. I know that those have been long anticipated, and we're trying to work on these. I have a lot of things going on. I've been in a lot of tumultuous situations recently, so we'll try and get that sorted out. But we'll have a lot more stuff coming in the next few weeks, and I will. With that, I will see you next seasonal Saturday. I guess this is seasonal Saturday, kind of, but it's tier list, but it's relevant to the season. So next Saturday or Sunday, either or, because one of the 2 days I uploaded.